guys, Laura up here in northern Michigan. I'm out working in my hoop house and I thought I would do a video. This is actually my second take. I just yammered on for 6 freaking minutes without my audio working. So yay me. But I'm going to do it again. I think I'll be a little more concise in what I'm going to say. Maybe it won't be 6 minutes. So hang out with me for a little bit. So I'm out here in my hoop house, which I bugged my husband for such a long time. It's just a cheap frame from it was on clearance at Tractor Supply. It came with the plastic, which of course destroyed within 1 year. We got new plastic from Greenhouse Mega Store. And this is probably our 5th year and we are windy. And it's actually really windy today. You'll probably hear it come through the microphone. So I apologize for that. But it's actually standing up really well and it has held up really good. The plastic and everything, which my husband was really surprised at. So I went on that. But I do lose on the part of what I actually utilize this bad boy for. So it's not a greenhouse because it's not heated. So it's a hoop house. It helps, keep out, if there was hail or something like that, that would absolutely help. And it helps a little bit keep the temperature up just by a few degrees. So if there's still a frost or, it would help with a frost a little bit if you have the doors shut, but it wouldn't help with a freeze or anything like that. So it's kind of difficult of exactly what to plant in here. So what I have found best for me to plant in here is what I call a self-seeding lettuce salad bar. Self-seeding salad bar. Say that a couple times fast, right? What I like to do is plant the lettuce seeds. Actually, I'm going to plant, I have a lot of it planted here, but I'm going to plant extra today, some different types of lettuce in here that I really like, some dinosaur kale, some arugula, maybe some bok choy. And I want to get started some radishes and some beets. We absolutely love these Detroit dark red beets, and not because I'm from Michigan. But they work really good when we grill them up with a bunch of other veggies on the grill. We put crackling for making lard on it, and it just has a great flavor to it. I have the recipe on my website if you guys are interested in that. I'll put a link down below. But absolutely, one of my best summer dishes to make is just whatever meat we have and then make a tray of that, all mixed vegetables or whatever's coming in. It makes me very happy to do that. So I do this self-seeding out in here because what happens is you plant whatever seeds you have, like your arugula, your lettuce, your kale, all that stuff. What you don't harvest, you leave a couple plants of each. They go to seed basically. So they go to bolt, especially during the summer months because we're in a hoop house and it's hot out and lettuce and stuff like that. They don't really like to grow in it. So the heat and the season is signaling to them, oh boy, we better reproduce. So what they do is go to bolt, they go to flower, and then all the little flowers turn into seeds. And then the seeds open up and they drop down and they replant. And they go through the whole process again several times. I can get a couple of times out of the year. So this stuff that's in here now would have been self-seeded in the fall, winter time last year. And now they're starting to pop back up, which is a really cool thing, right? I don't really have to do too much other than coming out here and weeding as much as I can, which I usually weed about this time of the year because I can't get out into my big gardens yet. Right now I have all the pigs out in the gardens, direct depositing their fertilizer, which is fabulous. I'm so excited to see how this works out this year in both of my gardens. So that'll be really cool. So I can't get out and do that. Anyways, it's so cold here. It's really nice today, but you can't plant anything for a couple more weeks. I don't plant my warm weather crops like my tomatoes or peppers until the first week of June to make sure that frost chance is gone, or I'm covering up 200 tomato plants. Gosh knows all the other pepper plants and everything like that. So it's not even worth it. I will plant some of my brassicas in the back garden. It seems to be a little more protected back there. Plus they can actually handle a light frost. So I'll start with that, my onions and my potatoes first, and then I'll move on that first week of June to plant my warm weather stuff, which happens to be my favorite. So I'm out here weeding in this area here that is just loaded with something called quack grass. And I believe that somebody named that quack grass because I can't even say it, quack grass, because it makes you freaking quacky out here because you can't get rid of it. It has a root network like mycelium. It is so interconnected and they get such long roots and you just constantly are weeding in these certain different areas where this quack grass is, and it makes you quacky. So do you have that kind of grass? What do you do with it? Please don't tell me you spray some kind of bad chemical on it. But I'm always working it, so I'm working it now, and then I'll work with it one more time in like the fall when I'm able to. Other than that, my attention starts going really out to the other gardens and not so much in here. Plus the lettuce is kind of done because it's too hot. It's going to flower and to seed to give me a fall crop. So I'm just going to show you guys close up kind of the stuff that's popping up in here. Different kinds of lettuces. I even found some cilantro that's popping up. I'm also working up a lot of the other ground so I can go ahead and plant all those other seeds. So yeah, so what do you guys use your hoop house for? I would love to hear if you have any suggestions in a colder climate, what you throw in there. I may throw in this year some loofah. It's definitely not for this climate, but maybe I can try to get it away with it here in a pot, and then I can bring it in to try to finish it off. I would absolutely love, it's a gourd, I would absolutely love to grow the loofahs where you dry them out and then you've got your own little scrub brushes that you grew here on the homestead. I mean, that's a cool, that's an extra project, right? I really try to focus on our main crops that feed us, but this sounds like a little fun thing that I'm going to participate in this year to try. I tried last year, didn't work out. I've got a game plan to try differently this year, so I'm hoping it works out. So yeah, self-seeding lettuce bar. That's what's great about those type of things. God has designed a lot of this stuff. Just kind of go to seed, plant again, keep going over and over. I don't worry about companion planting or like crop interplanting, anything like that. I'm just going to throw a boatload of seeds in here and just partake in it and come and trim it. Let it go to seed, let it do itself again, and it's a great thing. So hopefully that gives you an idea maybe of a patch that you can do. Don't rip your stuff out, let it go to seed, and then see what happens. It's kind of fun, and it's cheap and frugal, is it not? So thanks for hanging out with me today. Oh, I wanted to show you guys, before I forget, there are some tools in the garden that I absolutely love. I love my three-prong little guys here, my three-prong hoe. Got tripped in my words there. And I absolutely love these two tools right here. They're both 𝐏𝐫𝐸𝐴 All Pros. And there's this one like the spade. Oh my gosh, that wind is nuts, isn't it? We're in a red flag danger up here in Michigan, and you normally would think that would be for the ocean, but we get that here too because of the fire and everything that's going on. But this one absolutely works great for getting those roots out of any type of weeds because it's sharp and it's a nice precision where you can get into the plant in between your plants so you don't harm everything like when you're coming in with something bigger, so you can really get the roots of that. I'll put the links down to the Amazon below, so if you guys are interested, just click on that link and purchase through there. If not, if you find it cheaper, go forth and find it somewhere else. But these are super sturdy. I've had them for years. Highly, highly recommend. And they're not that much. And then a one-time investment of a small amount, you're good to go, right? And then you can weed to your heart's content or go quacky on this quack grass. So thanks for being here with me, friends. Love it if you like, subscribe. Totally make a comment. I would love to hear what you're planting or what you've planted before, and tell me what's going on in your neck of the woods. All right, so we have, this is actually cilantro, and there's going to be a lot coming up, and I can tell that it's going to be cilantro because it has these little like curved little edges and stuff like that. So I'm leaving this little patch here, except for whatever this is going to have to go. That's got to go. So we're kind of working through here. So there's a lot of cilantro on this side of the spot. And I'm working on just kind of clearing this out. So I'm going to go ahead and plant all those beets and arugula and all kinds of other stuff. This side I am still working on. I ripped out all the big stuff. Now I have to go through with my little precision tool there and get in here and get really in here. But there's some red lettuce that I squashed, but it'll bounce back. It'll be all right. Here's some different kinds of lettuces that are growing in there. Probably that one might be a Ellen slosh. I think so. Such a good lettuce. In here we have some more different Merlot lettuce. And then we've got all these little cute things, all the different lettuces growing in here amongst the weeds. Some of them will be pulled out because I want to get the weeds out so that they have a chance to survive and keep growing and seeding and growing some more. So yeah, all kinds of fun stuff over all in here that I gotta do. But here's what the hoop house looks like when I was inside there. So it's not too big. Does a good job for the self-seeding lettuce bar. And then over here we have all my little piggies who are sunbathing. Oh, it's a hard life. I mean, they had breakfast. They ate my weeds. It's time for a nap.